Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. Okay, students. Okay, I hope you might have listened to my videos, the previous videos related to this first chapter in accounting, the incomplete records. In the first class, we have studied about the meaning of incomplete records, and in the second one, we have studied the features of incomplete records. But here today we are going to learn about the limitations of incomplete records. So in the features what we have studied only will be coming as the limitations of the incomplete records. Okay, what are the limitations? The first one we will see. The first limitation is lack of proper maintenance of records. Here in the single entry system, or this one was previously called single entry system, I got taught yesterday. So in that incomplete records in the single entry system, we do not record all the transactions. That means the two aspects of the same transaction will not be posted every time. Either sometimes we may post both both the aspect, debit and credit aspect. Sometimes we do not post both but any one. Sometimes we may omit both of the aspect. Okay, so that we have learned yesterday. So it is we cannot maintain proper books of accounts. That means the accounts, especially the cash and personal accounts of debtors and creditors only will be maintained, but real and nominal accounts are not maintained properly. That is the main limitation. Then the second one, difficulty in preparing the trial balance. We know what is trial balance, the debit and credit balances of all the accounts in the ledger. We will write, and we will write, if it is credit balance, we will write on the credit side. That one cannot be prepared in this incomplete records, because we do not that and record the transactions as journal entry. Without journal entry, we cannot post them in the ledger balances, ledger accounts. So we won't get the ledger balance, so we cannot prepare the trial balance. Okay, if the trial balance is not prepared, we cannot check the arithmetical accuracy that we have learned last year, isn't it? Arithmetical accuracy, that means the correctness of the accounts. If the trial balance tallies, then we can assume that our work, that arithmetical work, that means addition, subtraction, that multiplication, division, all these are correct. Okay, so that cannot be checked since we cannot prepare the trial balance. Okay, then the third point is difficulty in ascertaining true profitability of the business. So here many aspects are missed. So we won't get all the items that we need to prepare the profit and loss account and trading account. So even if we prepare the trading and profit and loss account, it will not be true. The profit will not be true and fair. It will not be correct. Okay, correct profit cannot be ascertained because we do not have all the items that we need to prepare the trading and profit and loss account, because the profitability will be checked by the account trading and profit and loss account. Okay, so trading and profit and loss account cannot be prepared. So the profit, even if we make, they will calculate. But here we have how to calculate the profit in this chapter. Okay, adjusting the capital, opening capital, closing capital, they will compare the capital and they will assume. Okay, that we will prepare that statement of showing profit. but trading and profit and loss account cannot be prepared here. Okay. Then the next point, difficulty in ascertaining the financial position. So after preparing trading and profit and loss account, what is the next account? The next statement that we need to prepare is the balance sheet. Here in the balance sheet, we will enter the assets and liabilities. Okay, assets and liabilities will be entered in the balance sheet. But here in the usual practice, what we will show, the assets will be written down, the depreciation will be written down from the cost value, that means the cost price, the purchasing price of the asset, and the net value is the book value. So all the assets will be shown in the book value. But here in this incomplete records, we will not charge depreciation on the fixed assets. Okay, depreciation will not be charged, so it will not show the correct financial position of the business. So it will be, we won't get many that availability of these items, the assets and liabilities is lacking in this incomplete record. So it is very difficult to prepare the financial position of the business. That means that the balance sheet, since the balance sheet is not prepared properly, we cannot ascertain the correct, exact or true and fair view of the financial position of the business. Okay, the next one, errors and frauds cannot be detected easily. Here we have studied that the trial balance we cannot prepare trial balance. So unless we prepare trial balance, we cannot check the arithmetical accuracy. So we cannot, if there is any amount is differing, then we will assume there is some error. Okay, that we cannot detect here in this incomplete records. And internal control or internal check, that will be done in the that big business organization. That cannot be done, because any one person only will be maintaining these records. Okay, especially the owner, he will write some of his notes in the diary. So he cannot get all the details from the books of accounts, and so he cannot appoint some person to check the fraud or error what he has made, because all the relevant information needed for the checking will not be provided in the incomplete records. Then unacceptable to government and other authorities. Here this that record what is maintained by this sole trader organization, that means the incomplete records, if there is a case in the court of law or any the tax authorities or the government, it will never accept these documents as their evidence. As accounts, it will not consider. Okay, unless we prepare following all the principles and procedures of the double entry system, the government or tax authorities, they never accept this as the evidences. Okay, now we have studied 6 limitations. Okay, now I will explain, I will show how it is written in the notebook. I have written down what are the limitations of incomplete records. What are the limitations of incomplete records? First one, lack of proper maintenance of records. So I will explain this one once again, so you can understand it easily. Okay, 2 points available under each heading. So first that 6 points you have to study thoroughly, then it will be easy for you to remember these 2 points. In some points only, 1 point only will be available. Okay students, so I will explain this one. It is an unscientific and unsystematic way of maintaining records. Then real and nominal accounts are not maintained properly, that we know. So this is the main limitation. Okay, real and nominal accounts are not maintained. Then if you can add one more points also. Only what we can enlarge the point also by adding some more points. Okay, what is the point we can add? Only personal account and cash accounts are maintained, but real and nominal accounts are not maintained properly. The difficulty in preparing trial balance. It is difficult to prepare trial balance to check the arithmetical accuracy of the accounts because of incomplete records. The records are not complete, so we cannot prepare the trial balance. Okay, only 1 point available, you write that. Then difficulty in ascertaining true profitability of the business. It is difficult to ascertain true profit because trading and profit and loss account cannot be prepared correctly. Okay. Fourth point, difficulty in ascertaining financial position. Only the estimated values of the assets and liabilities are available from incomplete records. Okay, just they will have an estimation, or if he purchases an asset, he never write that one in anywhere in his book. Okay, so after 5 years, if he is writing just estimation only, he will write. So it is difficult to ascertain true and fair view of the financial position of the business. The fifth point is errors and frauds cannot be detected easily. The errors and that same point is repeated. Okay, only this much you have to study. Errors and frauds cannot be detected easily because only partial records are available. Okay. Then the last point, unacceptable to government and other authorities. Here government, then tax authorities and other legal authorities. Maybe by the town panchayat, then district court. Okay, so all these things will come under this heading. They do not accept accounts prepared from incomplete records. For any checking or any dispute or any case in the court of law, if we submit these accounts, they never accept them. Okay, these are the 6 limitations that you have to study this one, and you have to study by heart and write and see, then you write and send it in the group. Okay, our 11th group, I have not seen anyone is sending, and any difficulty you can call me, but nobody has called after seeing the video yesterday. Okay, so you have to call if there is any doubt or any clarification, you can dial to me. Okay, or you can send WhatsApp message in the same group. Okay students, so only 3 headings I have explained to you. Okay, in the incomplete records, so all these I could complete within a period. Why I am not going so fast, because you do not have the textbook. Even problems also I may find it difficult. Once you get the books, you have to let me know. If you have got the books, then you have to let me know, then only I can refer that book and we can go for learning fast. Okay, then otherwise until then I have to go little slow only. Okay students, I think I can wind up today's class. Okay students, thank you very much.